Good. I sense that it's kind of returning slow, and it's probably not an executable, but I am probably looking at a video of executable and looking at it through a kind of animalistic standpoint. Now, when we're dealing with this things, that's how things are birthed in nature. I suppose it does this to them. So you could have a frog and you could have an alligator, and when they approaches up and they get this done. When you have a sheep and an alligator, the alligator can seek to do this, but it's fidges. So the sheep carries inbound this part here, so, and that part gets stroked out. So once these things are done, it's shoved in. So a black man who seeks the antidote for a mulat's baby seeks French. French has committed a crime against them, it seems, in darkness, and puts out princess in somebody else's work. So this has to be able to scrape them based on this, or this. So the works of the mom is worded this way. If she doesn't get peace today, I suspect that dealing with the whites in their society, it's evil. And the evil says it propels her in there to learn, and France is not able to get it. So if this type of mechanism seeks to deliver this type of things, it becomes a thief based on personal. So you're not allowed here, this type of situation. Now, because of this serves that princess, could it be contradictory with a will trust? No. Mom has to be able to establish where this is. Why? She's getting this type of prophecy, and this type of speech here with the prophecy. And when it is, Negroes are not understanding, do not come close to that mom. So now they're sensing that they have to deal with lawyers, and the lawyers, the bar becomes this and gone. So they have to sense you don't have it, and you don't have anything that is NBC, CBS, CNN. Once I was in New York and these places were called down. Why? Because you use life and throws that woman outside, put the woman away from her cubs, and trying to say we are soft and you want babies. We're not lapans. We're not crabs. Now, once the Negroes knows these things, they don't seem to want to deal with the family. So on a daily basis, I don't want, when I deal with this and this here, it's how she contemplates things. Now, the next step is not important today. I said the next day I could get into these things based on, yes, she has to go back to her land of Guyana. And if France has lied based on Houston, based on this type of community, I guess the coconuts are very important, and the coolies does not want to get rid of coconuts. And the coconuts could be no to this type of community, Houston community, and makes it contain just that part there. And when it gets to this part, has no coconuts. When it has no coconuts, the coconuts are kind of just a display. In other words, people that are selling the coconuts on the street becomes rebels. And once this access is not catering to those things, like this extinction of America, then it has to send a message they cannot do so. So this type of H2O in this type of container could have something of this, and they're having it on the streets. So this will send it as a decree that it has to be a no. In other words, this part, you cannot, I'm seeing it on the streets emptied. Oftentimes, it has nothing to do with it. So it could have something of this nature and has to send animosity. Now, when it comes to the rest, it's not important. Now, when a decree that Guyana must serve that princess, this type of number would be a number of this here. And once it's a number, then oftentimes she has to kind of create this type of symbol. So she'll see about that part. So it just says all this type of hurts was dealing with is things that were sexual. Negroes trying to make babies with the lady. And in other words, this is a blasphemy. How are you going to deal with this type of country? Is extinct yourselves. So the extinct says you cannot do these things. So when the person enter into the bureau, you're trying to steal the words and the ideas of the girl. How am I going to relate this to this land of Guyana? How am I going to relate this to my family about this will trust? So now Negroes are wanting to go to that store to know there's no more lawyers, and Montgomery is shut down now. Birmingham has to go, and Washington, D.C. has to debrouille, because that brimstone could be waiting for you guys in this illegality. Now, once this is done, the rest is not important, and has to get this video out. Why seeking to degrade the lady and her family says no. So once you get it, you will seek to deal with something of this nature, and something of this nature sends the message that I cannot deal with it too late, or I cannot deal with that person, and that is the only thing she should be dealing with, nothing else. Now everywhere I turn, some white whore is trying to get to know the lady, and I cannot know you. Why? You don't have a will trust. So it puts it against America and these type of black people. You are not the cause of it. In other words, these type of words could be going to Guyana. If it depends on that type of situation, then I guess this is what they could be seeking on the net, and there's only 2 people following the child on the page. She had 5,000 with titanium, with everything, and the page got crashed, like stealing her passports, stealing her money, stealing her cards, stealing her bank accounts, and all these things are this way for the child with the prophecy. Now, if it's the land of Guyana, then I could consider myself to have wasted a lot of time trying to be with you scumbags, and you have to pay a price for this. Now, because of it, I cannot deal with the Negroes, and you have to get this done to you guys. There's somebody whose name is Christine who pelts this way, not who has a this upon her life. If it's in Washington, D.C., then do not seek Christine's life with this lady. There's another lady who sold our homes by the name of Keller, who has Negro épouse on her daughter's legs now. What is this? Now, because of this, you are sensing that you need to deal with the lady. Never again. So this is what America has come to. Now, once Guyana knows this, you're going to be shut down. Humbled is an understatement. So get to work, you collies.